been a long time since I made the previous live stream. I was live streaming almost every day in the beginning of the Russian full-scale invasion, and I had no time to prepare myself, to make my makeup, anything, because I was simply preparing myself to face death, and I was trying not to die with my children and to stay strong. And today we have a more kind of pleasant, I would say, reason for this live stream, and this is the decision of the International Criminal Court about the so-called president of Russia. You all know this news, of course, because you follow the news from Ukraine. Otherwise, you won't be my subscriber, because you are the people who care about Ukraine and who follow the news. Very nice to meet you, Catherine, Sam, Kevin, Heather, Mr. Michael Gaming. Probably your name is different from this, as well as International Health Coach. Please raise volume if is possible. I can try to raise volume of my voice. Is it better now? Like this? I can do like this. So what I'm trying to say is that I welcome the decision of the International Criminal Court, and it's better later than never. You know, I was calling for this decision since the very beginning of the full-scale invasion. In all of my interviews since the beginning of this full-scale invasion, because there is no alternative to this decision, to arrest the criminal, especially if this is a criminal who is committing so many crimes, so many atrocities. Unfortunately, the international community couldn't prevent this from happening, because I was telling that this is going to be a genocide, like a real genocide from the very beginning. What was happening didn't surprise me and many Ukrainians much. Well, even us is surprised. So it was even more, these atrocities were even more horrible than we expected, because just a normal person couldn't even imagine this kind of atrocities to happen. Yes, Putin is evil. It's like the new age Hitler, and we have to face it. And there is no alternative but to arrest him. Today, this warrant arrest was issued just because of one reason, but we all know how long is the list of crimes that Putin, as a head of terrorist state and the terrorist state, has committed in Ukraine. We have destroyed villages, cities, we have killed civilians, we have injured civilians, we have raped women and children and men. We have a lot that Russia has done. And even though I welcome this decision of International Criminal Court, I expect more, because the list of the crimes is much longer. Putin violated, every point, of convention about prevention of genocide. What he is doing is a genocide. So this is what he has to be held accountable. And the fact that we maybe do not know how to hold him accountable should not stop us, from at least trying to stop him, to arrest him. Who is going to arrest him? It's a very good question. It's a very good question. I know that my country, my people, Ukrainians, are doing their best right now to stop him. And I know that the international community is doing a lot, but I think that we all can do better, because there is no alternative. We are unfortunately living in the historical time And none of us wanted this. Yeah, we all want to just enjoy our lives, our daily routine, and have depression because of some more easy things, like heartbroken because of your ex or whatever, but not because of the evil empire trying to destroy the world, and to make evil coalition with the other tyrannies and attack our freedom. So no, I don't know how it can be done, but I know it must be done. There is no alternative. Because we do not want to live in the world, of tyranny and where crime is normalized. We cannot normalize the crime. It's a lot at stake. It's a very decisive moment, for all of us. It's a very challenging time. It's a very dark time, and dark time needs tough decision. And I know what some bots will be saying. You want us to make a third world war, when in my opinion, it's already happening. And the fact that we don't want to see it and don't want it to happen doesn't mean that it's not happening yet. You all know the news, yes, like Russia, Iran, and China are already having their military trainings together. They are cooperating more. Why? Because the other evil regimes that were behaving before, now they see that Putin is violating the international law, is committing crimes for more than a year now, and no one can really stop him. So they can do the same. And this will be chaos. This will be much worse. And if before, like maybe some people were thinking, Russia and Ukraine is somewhere so far away, like they're just mess around, have some disputes about their territories. Like maybe we'd better not interfere. What happens now? Yes, Russia gives examples to the others, and tyranny stick to tyranny. Criminals stick to criminals. And now they are able to cooperate and do some nasty things together. Which means that we have to stand together too. We have to stay strong. And stop Russia by force. Because just the decision itself of the International Criminal Court will not stop Putin. As we talk, he continues just, throwing big pieces of metal and bombs on Ukraine, destroying everything, having cocktail parties with the president of China soon. He's okay. But he needs to be in jail. So this is what I wanted to tell you. And I'm kind of preparing myself for the interview that I will have tonight with on CNN again. So if you want to watch me on the big screen, I will be on CNN tonight, probably. They invited me between 9 and 10 p.m. in this segment. And I'm not like a political expert. Yes, this will be the program of Anderson Cooper, but there will be another guy who will be in charge of the program tonight. I never talked to him before. That was always Anderson Cooper before, but now there will be another guy. Yes. So what I'm talking about? So you can watch this, and hopefully they will send me the link and I will download it on my channel too. That John guy, his name is John. Okay, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Well, that's it. It's a very good decision. I'm glad that it was made today. It will be between 9 and 10 p.m. This Eastern time, American time. Colin, maybe the program starts at 8, but I will be in the segment after 9, between 9 and 10. Oh, hi, Bobby. If I knew you were somewhere near Plant City, maybe we would meet. Well, thank you all of you for coming here tonight. I have almost 70 people watching this, and it's always a big pleasure and honor to talk to you guys. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you so much. And I really hope we will see some more decisions of International Criminal Court, and that Putin will be held accountable for the war crimes that he has committed. And there are some other guys who are committing these crimes. Now, unfortunately, it's not just the war of Putin. It would be easy if it's just, one guy that you remove and everything goes perfect. There are many other guys who take part in these crimes. And also, it is not Putin himself who invaded, Wow, my God, it's a thunderstorm here. I got so scared. Almost heart attack. But it's just a Sunday. I have to go and see how are my children right now, because they probably got scared. Yeah, it's okay to be afraid, of things that are very cruel and scare you, but just have to face it. I mean, I didn't even witness the worst. I wasn't injured. I wasn't raped. My children have all their limbs in place. They were not raped. My husband came back from the war zone alive and absolutely healthy, which is a miracle, because many guys are dying and come back disabled with disabilities. But even I'm scared of the thunderstorm, even though I am for 4 months already in a safe America. Can you imagine the trauma that our children are experiencing? Those children who faced much worse than me, who were literally burning, who saw their brothers, little sisters dying, or their mothers being raped, all of this, who lost their fathers at war. I mean, there is so much pain. There is a lot of evidences of these war crimes. You don't have to look for them. They are on the surface. I mean, Bucha, Mariupol, and many other cities and many other places. We are living in the 21st century where we have all of this technology, to just to fix that. Here we had the crime, here we had the crime. It's all obvious. The evidences are just in front of our eyes. We can see this genocide going on 24/7. We just see it. Thank you for your compliments about my shirt. It's a very special one. It is called Vyshivanka. It's embroidery. It is made by hand. I bought it in Carpathian Mountains. I will show it out to you. These are the sleeves. This is the traditional Ukrainian costume. Each region has its own ornament. And they say that each shirt is unique and it tells you the story. It is our DNA code that is put on Vyshivanka. So it's very special thing. We even have a day of Vyshivanka. It's in May. I took it from Ukraine, and my children have Vyshivankas, and my husband has it. So it's a very special thing. I also took this flag with me from Ukraine, but I left my heart in Ukraine. I don't want the other countries to face what my country is facing right now. because it's not fun. It's not good. It's really terrible when you are not safe anywhere, when they are just coming and coming and killing, and you just don't want this to happen, but they are keep coming and killing and destroying and staying behind the border in Belarus or in Russia, just throwing missiles from over there, absolutely unpunished, feeling absolutely safe. They can reach cities, just from their territories. It's insane. Yes, Jenny, and absolutely, I agree with you absolutely that it shouldn't be happening in our modern times when we had so much progress in science, in everything. Yes, we are very looking forward for the countries to give Ukraine the fighter jets. This is something we've been asking for since the very beginning of the full-scale invasion. Again, better later than never. And of course, it should help a lot. Is it true that Ukraine will separate National Christmas Day from Russia and go to the Western Christmas date instead? Well, this is already done. It was done even a couple of years ago when Ukrainian church said that you guys can choose when to celebrate. Do you celebrate with the West Christmas or you celebrate it with like Russian church? But many people were still following, the tradition simply because it was happening for some time. But after this full-scale invasion, my family, we changed our tradition. We definitely want to celebrate it with the West. We want to have as less of things in common with the terrorists as possible. Katya, how Katya is doing? Katya is doing much better, as well as Taras, and well, Darina is always good. She doesn't understand what was happening. So she's the only child that is enjoying life without feeling of guilt, without any pain, without any hard feelings and hard knowledge. But of course, my children are much, much better because here nobody is trying to kill them 24/7. So they feel much safer here and they thrive. Kaita speaks English like very well now. Taras started to talk in English, which is a very big, accomplishment for him. Even my English, I think, got better. Yeah, so children are doing much, much better, and I'm very happy that I was able to take them to the safe place because children should not witness the war. And I have to confess that I expected, I wanted, it's like, okay, we stay in the war zone, but if we survive, they will be strong personalities in the future. But I have to admit that it didn't go according to my plan. I just saw my children, especially Kaita, just losing their minds, just going crazy, just being too much traumatized to behave like a child. Just it's too much for children. So I'm very grateful to Mary and Scott who host us here in their home. And I'm very grateful to all of you, to my subscribers who've been following me, supporting me, and that this was possible for us to come here. Of course, I look very much forward to come back to my home country, to Ukraine. But before, I want to see more of America, and we already started our exploration. We've spent a week in Florida, and we had an amazing time over there. And I'm doing little by little these short movies about our trip. I want to share these happy moments with you, because I do believe that this is what you wished for my children, for my family to be safe and alive, and for my children to be happy. So I will share these happy moments with you, the moments when even I was happy and my husband. And if someone blames me for this, for being happy, it means the war. You are doing the work in vain, because I blame myself enough. But you can join anytime. Anyway, one day at a time. I've heard this idea that Russia is committing so many crimes. Timothy Snyder was saying it, committing this genocide so openly that you are like too shocked to admit that this is happening. You are like, need more evidences, like if the evidences are not enough. And you are like paralyzed by this horror that Russia is doing. Like, you just can't catch your breath. It's just like a waterfall, like an avalanche on you. Well, I try to stay on my, oh, hey, Celine, I love you. I'm trying to keep standing on my 2, sometimes on my 4, but keep standing, and one day at a time. Tomorrow, we start a big trip. Well, all of it is a big trip. I am right now in the middle of a big trip to America from my home country. But tomorrow we drive all the way to the north along the eastern coast. A couple of my subscribers invited us, our family, to come and visit, and we are coming. So we probably come back to Georgia in like 2 or maybe even 3 months. So we're gonna spend the rest of March, April, and May somewhere else. So our trip goes from Hilton Head, where we stay with Inga, the woman who helped us a lot in Poland, gave us a shelter over there. Then we drive to Charlotte, to relatives of my host family, to Mary. Who knows where we go afterwards? And who knows who will host us there? Later we go to Washington, to the capital of America. Is anyone here who is hosting us in Washington? Who wants to share? Because I'm not sure if it's a secret or no, but if it's not a secret, please share where we stay in Washington, D.C. Yeah, Washington, D.C. Always make this mistake. And after this, we will probably go to New York, and we will probably meet with Anderson Cooper. So I'm looking forward for this. It's me. Yes, so Aislinn said that it's me. Yes, we are visiting Aislinn in Washington. Moreover, we're gonna stay over there for 2 weeks. And my friend Darina with kids is coming too, so it will be a great catch up. So I finally meet you, my friends. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna come back. It will be such a long way to come back, and I kind of realized we can make 4, maximum 5 hours in one day. Otherwise, children are like too tired to sit buckled in their baby seats. So yes, guys, if you will be somewhere in Washington for the spring break, it's like the first week of spring. If you will be somewhere, the first week of April, if you will be somewhere around Washington at this time, we can arrange kind of a big reunion. We can meet in person. And what else? When we will be coming back, if someone wants us to come and stay overnight, because we will need some places to stay overnight to split the road, you can invite us and we will be happy to come. Yeah, so we will have a big adventure. And it starts tomorrow early morning. We'll start driving while kids are like sleepy, so Darina will sleep halfway. So I guess now I have to pack our things. It's kind of hard to pack for 3 months, but I spent 3 months in the basement with 3 children. So unfortunately, I have experience how to pack everything you need into a backpack and stay with your children. So these 3 months will be more fun than 3 months in the bomb shelter, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this. It's like, it's weird because I'm having like a nostalgia times. Do you remember how I was live streaming from the basement? And you were like, oh no, this woman gonna die. Like, she's crazy. And now I'm talking to you from a safe place. I wish people in Ukraine were safe now. Thank you, Dancer, for this comment. I don't think that meeting pro-Putin anyone makes sense, really. Because I was trying to talk, it doesn't help. Yes, we definitely can discuss a place to make a meetup in Washington, D.C. if this is something people are interested in. So probably I will make another video where I will tell like, woohoo, we are on the road, and maybe we will choose the day for the meetup in Washington. I kind of know what this place could be. Yes, Aislinn, I think we have the same ideas about the place, and it would be wonderful. It would be a wonderful meetup. I have my birthday on the 7th of April. So maybe somewhere around this day, I will be in Washington for my birthday. Yes. How are you doing today? I'm doing my best today, as always. It's not always great, but I'm doing my best. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure to talk to you. You are awesome. You are awesome, really. Okay. Vincent, bonjour. Ça va? Yeah, take care. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. It's a pleasure to talk to you. See you later. Now I know I will see you later. No plans to be dead soon. My plans are to be alive and thrive.